Yo, what is up, guys? It is Nick, or the Notorious Fantasy, back again today with another fantasy football video. In today's video, I'll get you guys the Week 16 running back rankings. These are based off of PPR, so if you have any questions about half PPR or standard, please make sure to leave them down below in the comment section. Now, before I get into these Week 16 running back rankings, I'd like to give you guys a word from my friends and my sponsor over at OverlayDFS.com. OverlayDFS.com is my favorite way to play daily fantasy sports. Now, obviously, you guys are fantasy football guys. You love the NFL, but Overlay DFS also offers NBA games. I've been getting more recently into NBA for when the NFL season ends, and my sorrows of playing fantasy football are there. I love fantasy basketball as well on OverlayDFS.com, but we're going to talk about football here because this is a fantasy football channel. Now, there is a couple of game modes you can play on this website, but my favorite game is the progressive game. This week, the main progressive game is $22 entry, and the top 10% win 9 times your buy-in, which is $180. But if you hit the beautiful 12-0, you can win over $11,000, and it's going to continue to rise all the way until kickoff. It could be well over that by the time Sunday begins. So let's go into it, and let me show you guys how this works. It is very simple. You make 12 picks plus 3 alternate picks in case any injuries type or something like that has to happen, where that some games get voided. Now, right here, it's very, very simple. It is just one player versus another. Who scores more fantasy points? Anyone could do it. Even someone like me can. It's pretty easy. Drew Brees versus Ryan Tannehill. Dak Prescott versus Carson Wentz. Baker Mayfield versus Sam Darnold. Who scores many or more fantasy points? And there are many, many more options. So make sure you guys check out OverlayDFS.com. Link down below in the description. And we are back. Please make sure to check out OverlayDFS.com, link down below in the description. Let's get right into the video. Week 16 running back rankings. Number 1 on my running back rankings is Christian McCaffrey. He is just the best running back in fantasy football. It is just undisputed. And even up against an Indianapolis Colts defense who's good against the run in Indianapolis with a new quarterback at the helm for Christian McCaffrey, I don't give a fuck. Christian McCaffrey is still my number 1 ranked running back, and you can quote that. I love him this week in fantasy football. Coming in number 2, we have Chris Carson with a very juicy matchup up against the Arizona Cardinals. They're going to split apart like the Red Sea for Moses, and Chris Carson is going to have a absolutely spectacular game. With Rashad Penny being out the last couple of games, we've seen Chris Carson really take the helm and absolutely skull fuck some defenses. I love him this week up against the Arizona Cardinals. I even thought about him being my number 1 running back on the week. Coming in number 3, we have Joseph Mixon, running back of the Cincinnati Bengals, going up against the Miami Dolphins. And yet again, here we have another example of a juicy fucking matchup. Andy Dalton and this Cincinnati Bengals offense has been feeding Joe Mixon for the last month or two. It has been absolutely beautiful for Joe Mixon. He absolutely shit the bed early in the season, and now he is taking helm for your fantasy football championship. He wants to win that shit just as much as you do. And I believe that Joe Mixon puts up a top 3 performance on the week because I love this matchup against the Miami Dolphins. Coming in number 4, we have Ezekiel Elliott going against the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. Now, obviously, Ezekiel Elliott, there's a chance that Tony Pollard steals some of his points. But you want to know when that's going to happen? When Ezekiel Elliott shoves his dick down the Philadelphia Eagles' throat. Because the only chance that Tony Pollard is even in the game is after the Dallas Cowboys whoop the Philadelphia Eagles into submission. I believe Ezekiel Elliott has a humongous game this week up against the Philadelphia Eagles. Coming in number 5, we have Derrick Henry going up against the New Orleans Saints. Now, we've entered November, and then we entered December. In the month of November and December, Derrick Henry goes Super Saiyan, like in whatever that anime show is. He goes fucking hard in the paint. Derrick Henry is going to absolutely eviscerate this New Orleans Saints defense. Knock one tie through with me. Coming in number 6, we have Saquon Barkley going against the Washington Redskins. Now, last week, Saquon Barkley didn't use just one finger. He used his whole fist to go straight up the Miami Dolphins' ass. Now, up against the Washington Redskins, this is yet another juicy matchup. We saw Miles Sanders ball out last week up against the Washington Redskins, and Saquon Barkley is the much more talented Penn State alum, and I think that Saquon Barkley has a big game this week. Coming in at number 6. Coming in at number 7, we have Mark Ingram going against the Cleveland Browns. So this is obviously a juicy matchup for Mark Ingram. I think they're going to get up early, and they're going to be able to run up the score by running the ball with Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram has been absolutely balling out the last couple of games. I think that continues this week in Cleveland. Coming in at number 8, we have the other running back in that game, Nick Nick Chubb, full Chubb, going against the Baltimore Ravens. Now, even up against a tough Baltimore Ravens defense, I think that Nick Chubb just gets so much volume that they're going to feed the fucking beast in this game, and he is an absolutely phenomenal game. I love Nick Chubb in this matchup, but he's not ranked as high because, like I said, the Baltimore Ravens are no joke, and if they get absolutely eviscerated, like I think has potential, the Cleveland Browns are going to have to stray away from the run game, and Kareem Karate Kick Hunt is going to be the one playing in the game. Coming in number 9, we have Leonard Fournette going against the Atlanta Falcons. Now, the Atlanta Falcons run defense is fucking terrible. I just like all these other guys ahead of him, but I just could see no reason why someone might have Leonard Fournette ranked at number 5, number 4, number 3, even number 1, because this Atlanta Falcons run defense is fucking invisible. They all put on their invisibility cloak, and Leonard Fournette is just going to be able to run through absolutely no one. It's like Madden fucking broke. There's going to be no one on the other side of the field to stop big man Leonard Fournette. Coming in number 10, we have Melvin Gordon going against the Oakland Raiders. Now, I like Melvin Gordon in this game. Obviously, last week he fumbled. They said, get your ass on the sideline. He sat down. He rode the pine. But I'm going to go ahead and fire him up this week. Up against the Oakland Raiders, I believe he has a huge bounce-back game, a huge bounce-back spot for him in this game. I think that he has a big game. I really do like him this week. I think that he has the potential to blow up, but I am a bit worried about him. I would honestly feel safer with Austin Eckler, but I still think that Melvin Gordon has big play upside. Coming in number 11, we have Mr. A.K. Alvin Kamara. Going up against the Tennessee Titans. Now, Alvin Kamara has been really down the last couple of weeks, but this game may be actually a very high-scoring back and forth type of affair where Alvin Kamara will actually get a lot more involved than people may think. Coming in at number 12, we have Austin Eckler. And like I said, I am actually more confident in him than Melvin Gordon. I think Melvin Gordon is the bigger playback in this game. I think he has the potential to score more points, but Austin Eckler is definitely safer in this matchup. If they would just feed Austin Eckler more touches, I think that he could be an even better back than Melvin Gordon in fantasy. I do believe he is safer due to the fact that they do like to dump the ball off to Austin Eckler, though. Now on to 13 through 24, and if you guys have enjoyed the video thus far, please make sure to click that subscribe button down below. Also would like to let you guys know that I am making these rankings on the night before you guys are watching this video, so if any of these guys are dead on the side of the road, then I'm very sorry, and obviously my rankings will adjust for that. Coming in at number 13, we have Miles Sanders going up against the Dallas Cowboys. I think Miles Sanders has yet another big game. Now, even if he doesn't have a big game, he's been pretty safe the last couple of games. He either blows up or scores like 10, 11 points. Now, honestly, I would not be too mad at that. That is a decent floor for Miles Sanders. I think in this game, he could even hit the ceiling of like a 30-point game, potentially. I really do like him in this matchup. Coming in number 14, we have Aaron Jones going up against the Minnesota Vikings. I think this may actually be where Mr. Matt LaFleur goes and tries to give a much more pass-heavy attack in this game. So I'm not sure Aaron Jones is going to get as many touches as per usual. Now, Matt LaFleur does this thing where he goes, oh, look, Aaron Jones is really good. But you want to know who's also good? Jamal Williams. So let me put Jamal Williams in just the same amount of times as Aaron Jones so it could skull fuck your fantasy team right in the ass. Oh, boy, I'm Mickey Mouse. That's what Mr. Matt LaFleur sounds like now. He may say that, and that may entirely happen in this game. I don't really love Aaron Jones this week, but obviously he's taken you here. He's carried you to the championship. You can put him in. He's obviously a top 14 back. He is not terrible this week. Coming in at number 15, we have Marlon Mack. Obviously, Carolina Panthers. The Carolina run defense is fucking terrible, but I am worried about Marlon Mack, okay, guys? I am worried about Marlon Mack. They seem to be a very run-heavy team, but they just can't get anything done, so I advised in the start-sit video that I didn't like him this week because I'm just worried about that. He does have super high upside, so I will move him to be much more of a guy that I would start, but he has the and next to him because I'm just a bit worried about Marlon Mack in this game. I'm not sure he gets the amount of touches that we would want, and if he gets the amount of touches, I'm not sure if the line could even fucking hold up because it just seems like they're just getting Marlon Mack get fucked in the backfield. Coming in at number 16, we have KD. Kenyon Drake up against the Seattle Seahawks, coming after a humongous game last week up against the Cleveland Browns. I believe Kenyon Drake could have a big game yet again this week. The Seattle run defense is obviously better than the Browns, but I think that Kenyon Drake is still going to get a lot of volume on this team. They have canceled David Johnson, even though he's the better back. They said, fuck it, let's go with Kenyon Drake. I guess he could be the future here. And Kenyon Drake is going to be able to get a lot of touches, a lot of work in this game, some pass catching opportunity. So I really like Kenyon Drake in this game. Coming in number 17, we have TG, Todd Gurley, going against the San Francisco 49ers. Now he's ranked lower because he's playing up against the San Francisco 49ers defense. Todd Gurley has actually played quite well the last couple of games. After Mr. Sean McVay decided to let him free. They let him loose. He was running on a snap count, a pitch count, a touch count, whatever you want to call it, where he's just not on the field all the time like you've seen in years past. Now they've unleashed the beast. And I think that Todd Gurley would get enough touches in this game to warrant him being a top 20 guy, but he's not much higher because he's playing up against that San Francisco defense in San Francisco. Coming in number 18, we have Devontae Freeman going against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And Devontae Freeman has been low-key pretty good ever since he returned. I believe his first game back from the turn was on the Thanksgiving Day. I believe he has yet another okay game this week up against a trash Jacksonville Jaguars defense. Some people may rank him higher because of the fact that he's playing up against an easy defense. I'm just not sure I can rely on him to score me 20, 25 points. He's much more of a safe option. I think the guy ends up around 10, 11, 12 points. Coming in number 19, we have Phillip Lindsay going against the Detroit Lions. Now, the Detroit Lions is an easy fuck spot for Phillip Lindsay. He can easily fuck them right in the ass. Knock one time if you're with me. But Phillip Lindsay honestly disappointed a bit last week. I'm a bit worried about Royce Freeman taking over and getting a lot more touches in this game. That's why he's ranked at number 19. Coming in number 20, we have Le'Veon Bell going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I know I have him ranked kind of low. Nick, Le'Veon Bell's really good. Why is he ranked at number 20? You want to know why he's ranked at number 20? Because Adam Gase is a grade A fucking idiot. That guy just has no idea how to coach. I'm a Dolphins fan. He kind of actually was a good coach the first year. We made the playoffs, I believe, and then he was just completely shit every other fucking year. And he has ruined Le'Veon Bell. I honestly don't trust Le'Veon Bell in this game because he's going up against the Steelers. Well, I do trust him because I know he's going to score like 10 points, okay? He's going to score you 10, 11, 12 points. But I don't really see the big game potential out of him this week up against a tough Steelers defense. Coming in number 21, we have James Conner going up against in the same game, going up against the New York Jets. Now, if James Conner gets unleashed like he did last week, I think he could actually get a lot more touches. He's just ranked at number 21 because I'm not sure this is going to be a high-scoring game. Coming in number 22, we have James White going against the Buffalo Bills. Now, James White is honestly just the marquee guy that is the definition of fucking safety. You could put him on a pack of rubbers. He is that goddamn safe. Now, he literally this season has only had one bad game. He puts up 10, 11, 12 points, or he scores you 30 points, but it doesn't fucking matter because he gets you 10 plus points every single game. He had one down game where he scored 0.9 points. Every other game was a dominant performance from James. Well, not even dominant, just a good performance from James Washington. I see no reason why he can't do the same thing, even up against a tough Buffalo Bills defense. Coming in at number 23, we have DeAndre Washington go against the LA Superchargers. Now, Josh Jacobs has been ruled out, so I like DeAndre Washington in this game, but they still seem to like DeAndre Washington and the other back on the team, Jalen Richard. So I think that Jalen Richard takes away from a lot of DeAndre Washington's value, but we saw when Josh Jacobs was out, DeAndre Washington put up 20 points, so I think that is entirely possible this week up against the LA Superchargers. Coming in at number 24, we have Devin Singletary going against the New England Patriots. Now, Devin Singletary is a guy that I just like because he seems to also be pretty safe, just like James White. He's good for like 8+ points, but he's playing up against a tough New England defense this week in New England, so that obviously makes me temper my expectations and move him a lot further down the rankings. Now on to 25 through 32. If you guys have enjoyed the video thus far, please make sure to click that subscribe button down below. Coming in number 25, we have Raheem Mostert going up against the LA Rams. Now, Raheem Mostert was fucking invisible. He went to Hogwarts as well, put on his goddamn invisibility cloak, and has been gone. He just didn't do shit in that game. This week, I think he has a bounce-back spot up against the LA Rams. Even though they are a pretty good defense against the run, I think he gets enough volume in this game to warrant being a top 25 guy. Coming in at number 26, we have David Montgomery. Now, going up against the Kansas City Chiefs, I don't really trust him at all. I think his counterpart on the team, Tariq Cohen, might actually be the safer option on this team. To beat the Kansas City Chiefs, you're going to have to air the ball out because Pat Mahomes is going to put up a big stinker on you if you don't end up doing that. I think that Tariq Cohen is the safer option, but David Montgomery definitely has upside to find the end zone in this game. Coming in number 27, we have Mr. Mike Boone going up against the Green Bay Packers. Now, obviously, if Dalvin Cook is out like I predict he will be, and Alexander Mattison is banged up like he is, if he doesn't play, Mike Boone goes from 27 up to the the last range, 13 through 24. If Alexander Mattison plays, which is what I think may happen, that's why I got him at number 27. They're going to be splitting the load, sharing the load, Frodo. Mike Boone is going to have a potential big game if Alexander Mattison isn't in, but like I said, I think they're going to be splitting the load here, sharing the load, and I think that they're going to have an okay game, so that's why I got Mike Boone here at 27. We've really only seen him produce in one game before. Obviously, he had a big game last week, so he's definitely a guy you could slot in your lineup, but I just don't have him ranked super high based on trust. 28, we got AP all day. Going up against the New York Giants. Now, AP got fed the rock about 1,000,000 times up against the Eagles, now actually the Eagles are a good run defense, and this week he gets an atrocious run defense, so I think he can put up a big game, but the fact is that he's on the Washington Redskins, so I have about zero trust for AP, but I think he puts up a pretty good game. Coming in number 29, we have Tariq Cohen. Like I said, I think he's the safer option on the team. He's going to go out there, catch some balls, and I like him for that reason. Otherwise, I think that he just has about an okay game, maybe around 8, 10 points potentially. Coming in number 30, we have Kareem Hunt, karate kick, going up against the Baltimore Ravens. Now, this Ravens defense is obviously going to limit Kareem Hunt's upside, so I got him at number 30. He obviously has the opportunity to catch like 10 passes in PPR and instantly just pass everyone and somehow end up magically in the top 10, but I'm not sure if that could happen in this game up against a tougher Baltimore Ravens defense. Coming in number 31, we have Sony Michel, going up against the Buffalo Bills. Now, I really have no confidence in him. Going from 31 to 32, I have no confidence in either of these guys. Sony Michel may just get the rock repeatedly for them to try to just wither this Buffalo defense down. I don't think he puts up a big game, but I got him at number 31. Coming in at number 32, Mr. Irrelevant, we got Duke Johnson. Go up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Nick, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have one of the best run defenses in the fucking league. Duke Johnson is not going to do anything. Duke Johnson doesn't even really fucking run the ball. He just catches the ball out of the backfield. And I think if you want to go crazy, you want to get a bit dangerous, you roll the dice, you close your eyes, you throw it at the wall. Duke Johnson could throw up 30 points in this game, 20 points in this game, because the Tampa Bay defense is not that good at defending the pass. I think this is going to be a high scoring game, so there's potential for a big play game from Duke Johnson. That's why I got him ranked at number 32. So thank you guys all for watching this video. If at any point you ended up enjoying, please make sure to click that subscribe button down below. I love each and every single one of you guys. Make sure to have a blessed rest of your day. Check out OverlayDFS.com. Link down below in the description. I love you all. Goodbye, my friends.